What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den. I hope all of you are having a wonderful evening. I'm your host, Ed Honcho, and it is my honor, my privilege, most of all, and I am very sincere when I say that it's most of all my pleasure because I guess it's not most of all my privilege. I mean, because not everybody has a platform, where they can just have great conversation and people can be honest and speak their mind. But this is the Den. The Den is the best conversation on the internet. The reason why the Den is the best conversation on the internet is because of you wonderful people who come. Well, I wasn't here last night. Come, pause, whatever. Come join each and every evening and just engage in some wonderful conversation. So let's get into it. Like I said, I ain't gonna take up too much time, talking. But we're gonna talk about the inmate issue, the prisoner pandemic problem. That's one of the side effects of what's been going on. I want to talk about that, especially having some recent experience there. So we'll get to that point. But let's see, we got join us tonight, and then let's get into the conversation. Shout out to Jess Sarah at Eastside Herald. I appreciate the love, and I am also very disappointed to find out that Female Pimp was not a spelling bee champion. That hurts me to my heart. I was extremely proud of that young lady, and to find out we were duped. She's not the two-time state spelling bee champ. Let's see what we got in the mix. Let's see who I got marked down for the earlies. I got the earlies in the mix. I see Miss Bell John, Culture, the den of the den of the Discord, the Dawn of the Discord, Jess Sarah, Eastside, Sweetberry, who's not so sweet, the Grace family, M. Grace and Miss K. Grace. Always good to be graced by the Graces. Dakota, what's the motherfucking deal? HTZ, my boy HT in the building, Bad Hair, what's the motherfucking deal? And I have very bad handwriting. What did I write right there? Let's just go back into the thing and see, because I try to write down everybody who was here. Was it Heidi? Is that Heidi? No, it's probably deliberately bad for a reason. I probably didn't want to write it. Fucking Heidi. I don't want to write this. So, hello, Heidi. But, let me see. Beyond a Funny Nigga. What's the motherfucker? Finally, Beyond a Funny Nigga's going to be dropping his comedy special tomorrow. I've been waiting for forever. Everybody gonna catch corona and die before it ever came out. But finally, this nigga done dropped it. But shout out to Beyond a Funny Nigga. I'm looking forward to that. Trey James, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Dita Gamma, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Marquise, what's the motherfucking deal? Barbara, how are you doing, ma'am, this evening? The Den of the Dawn. That would probably be tapped, I guess. Let's see. If I missed you, I ain't dish you. Let's just get to some good conversation, man. A lot of stuff going on. And what I want to get into tonight is, like I said, there's a lot going on, cities, states, counties, whatever you want to call it, whatever jurisdiction it may be. They're starting, even the feds, right? They're starting to let inmates go, right? You can call them prisoners, you can call them, we don't just call them jailers. Inmates is the best way to just to cover it like that. And so my thing is that, is this a good idea or is this a bad idea? And I'm going to be honest. I am, Rockzilla, what's the motherfucking deal? I'm going to be a little conflicted. A little over a month ago, I could have been in this situation. Had I waited a little bit longer, I could have been in this situation. I could have been in a scenario where I was. They have a couple of cases, I believe, that have been confirmed there. So, you know what? I think I'm gonna look all sophisticated tonight. Hold on, I'm gonna get sophisticated on y'all tonight because I don't know my damn. I know where it is, but I'm not gonna get up and get it. So I'll use this handy dandy glass. Anything less would be uncivilized. So I don't want to sound hypocritical, right? And so I'm thinking, well, and I'm just thinking about my experience. The guys that were in there, not everybody's in there for something terrible. Not everybody's in there for just devious acts. Some people are in there for tickets. Some people are in there for questionable accusations. Some people just didn't have the money to bail out. I mean, it could be various reasons. So I'm like, do those people deserve to suffer? Because, maybe more than likely a financial situation, maybe impaired judgment or whatever it is, do they deserve to risk their lives or should they be let out? There's minimal care available for them. I'm just thinking of my situation, because at one point when I was in the kitchen and was stacking up a bunch of dishes. And
Cho exclusive merch. Sarah Platinum Edition, romantic face, sparkling heart, celebratory hands in the air, 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 smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face.
that made me think of Fubu, Platinum Fubu. Appreciate the love, Just Sarah. Thank you so much. So this is actually gray. All right, Professor Trill. Okay, it just looks that way because of the camera. This is actually blue. I'm sipping on damn, what was that shit niggas was drinking in high school? Fucking Hypnotic. Get some Hypnotic, y'all. I'm over here getting loaded off this Hypnotic, baby. No, it's not fucking Hypnotic, because y'all will be over, oh my God, I'll just get drunk on stream. No, it's not Hypnotic. But seriously, so I'm sitting there thinking, like, is it wise for them to, let all these people out? Y'all saw on the thumbnail, and I just found this out, like, shortly before the stream, that Tekashi 6ix9ine, they let him out, right? Let him out. Ronald Eyes, what's the motherfucking deal? Let him out a few months early. I think he's on house arrest until get loaded off the fire. Oh man, look. And so, and then like I say, I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, man, is it fair? Like, they don't deserve. Like, here's my thing, right? I don't know, when I came out, I told some stories. A lot of the crazy people. There's good people in there, man. Just people like you and me. People make mistakes. Not sure what's the motherfucking deal. And it's just like, oh, I was a fire OG. Oh shit, hit that bitch 2 times for your boy. Y'all know it's been a minute. I can't wait till the day that I can partake again. It's just one thing I enjoy. Like I said, I'm not a drinker really, but I do love a little bit of the devil's lettuce. So, 6ix9ine, they let him out, right? Free Larry Hoover. Free Larry Hoover. Free Larry Hoover. But, the thing about it is, like, is he getting special treatment? But apparently he has asthma, so his lawyers say, if you got the money for it, it is what it is. He's going to get out, probably early anyway. So it really doesn't matter. A little house arrest, wherever he's going to be. Nothing's going to happen to Tekashi 6ix9ine, right? If nothing happened to Jeff Lowe and them other crazy motherfuckers, they were proud to snitch.
Dan Strong donated $5. 69 free? That's wild. It's true what they say. Fake it till you make it.
Absolutely. And appreciate the love. I got to keep notes. Appreciate the love, Dan the man. Yeah, he's free, man. That's what I said. I thought it was I forgot all about him, But he's going to be at home for 4 months. I'm sure he's going to be at the house. He's going to have a little studio. And he's going to drop, as soon as this shit is over with, 6ix9ine gonna drop an album, right? And y'all see that Drake is taking advantage of this whole. See, Drake is in cahoots with China, because China runs TikTok, right? And they just taking all your information. I refuse to even do that shit. 335, what's the motherfucking deal? Blender Master, what's the motherfucking deal? And so, Drake made a TikTok song apparently that they said, and so I'm not mad. Whatever, it is what it is. I'm not a fan. Let me write that down. Okay, yeah, make sure everybody's getting their proper dues. And all right, and that shit's like stealing all your day. Like I say, it is what it is, because they have another one. I forgot what it's called, like Douyin or something like that in China, and they talk about how it is. It's basically, they're trying to work the American thing into the same thing. But if you like dancing and doing weird shit, it's cool. If you like giving up all your privacy and information, that's cool too. But here's my thing. Jay's Portrait, what's the motherfucking deal? Whatever flow. Like, I'm to the point where, honestly, I'm really trying to get away from even giving any attention to shit I don't care for. And I don't care for Drake. I don't care for his music. I don't care for TikTok that much. But I did learn like a super solid piece of game from TikTok. Somebody put up like some instruction to do some shit, and it's cool. I agree. That's the Chinese way. But getting back to the prisoners, right? And so my thing is, like, should they be letting them go? Should it? And I think that this is a layered situation. It's not necessarily complicated, but I feel like if you are in jail for something nonviolent, then they should be willing. They should basically, let you do whatever, right? They should let you out. If you are in jail for a violent offense, or a potentially dangerous situation, that could potentially cause harm to somebody else, I think that you should remain in jail. That's how I think it should be. So I think it should be like a case-by-case thing. Like I say, if it's assault, especially with a deadly weapon, of course, murder, any kind of violence that towards somebody that was more one-sided. Now, if you got into a fight and both parties were involved, then do what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's all cool. But as far as that, like, because is it worth it, right? If you let somebody out for their well-being because you don't want them to catch the virus in jail, but then they go on to, they go on to say, hey, well, they go and assault somebody, fuck somebody up. But here's my thing, and honestly, like, because they got all this technology here, and I know they don't want to pay for a lot of it because it could be the fucking hair's got to be so much more efficient, and I'm sure other places around the world, I'm sure they probably utilize it. It's much easier ways of keeping track of a lot of this shit. I think it's a lot of people that just don't want to do anything, and so they don't want to fucking do it, right? It says east southeast. I was thinking it said SA. After fucking after fucking Big M called me an SA the other day, and I agree. T360. That's what I say. I feel like, and from the very beginning, that's something that I thought about. Yes, you can actually, Heidi. And this is something though. In jail, they had like motherfuckers who come around to the bunks and would fade motherfuckers up. But I'm just like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just don't know. I wasn't finna get a. No, that's in prison. They do that. I think they make you cut all your shit off in prison. In jail, you gotta do shit. I think if you go to state jail, you're all right. I think if you go to actual prison, like you go to TDC or to the feds, I think they make you shave. They cut your shit off. And that was my biggest fear. I was like, oh god damn it, I don't want to go fucking. I don't want to cut my hair off. At least if I'm gonna cut it off, let me cut it off on my own terms so I can keep it. So you give a bar. Well, see, here's the thing though. It's two things though. It's two ways to do it, right? You have the barbers that they let go around, that they have equipment, and they let them, go bunk to bunk. And, you can cut everybody up. Anybody want to get a haircut, you sign a little paper, you sign a little list, and they'll fade you up. I don't know. One of them has some questionable questions. I'm like, well, I could let a motherfucker line me up. I'm looking like a wildebeest in this bitch. Why not? But I was just like, nah, I'm a chill. I'm gonna be honest. It was very racist reasons why I did not. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But they was eating good because they was fucking motherfuckers would tip them, give them a little snack or something, give them something out their commissary like as a little tip, as appreciation or whatever. So they were stacking up. But then you have the motherfuckers who do like the little bootleg haircut. And to me, the motherfuckers with the little razors, they take the little razors from the shavers. They give you shavers like early on Sunday or something like that. You get a chance to shave, and then you got to get the razors back. They try to keep track of all that shit. The motherfuckers are finagling in a way. It's none of my business. But they would be giving each other haircuts and shit like them motherfuckers would be, those fucking haircuts look better than the haircuts niggas was giving with the actual clippers. Like, so motherfuckers have been in there too long when they didn't got up in that bitch and then they just got it. So like I say, it is what it is though. Motherfuckers get creative, motherfuckers get creative, and you just gotta respect it. So I'm not even tripping on that. But like I said, I want to open up the line here in a minute. And again, you know how it is. It's Friday night. It really should be like a free range Friday, since we didn't really get active yesterday. 10-minute rule is on. Whatever's on your mind. If y'all want to talk about, concerns with the people being let out of jail, because some of these people, they may not have even been tested for corona. They could have got it because they're in the cells or in the jails with some of these people, and so you're in this contained area. And that's the other part of what I was going to say, is that I still feel like it could be spread by people you may not know, who may not have known if they've come in contact with them. You know, shit. How do you know? You got. It's just so many ways that you could be. You could have come in contact with it, and maybe not even directly had a connection with that person. So that's my thing. And then if you're having all these lockdown orders, and you letting people out, let's be real. Let's be like 1,000% real. The motherfuckers in jail for breaking the rules. So you think they're going to go home and follow some like when they just got blessed basically with an early release? No telling how much longer they probably had to be in there, maybe for some months or whatever. They just got blessed with the early release. And you think they finna go home and follow the rules? I think not. You know what I'm saying? Don't take those snacks. Hell nah. I ain't want nothing for, look, that's my deal. I want nothing from nobody. And if somebody try to hook me now, we gonna make an exchange. Like, I don't want nothing for free. I'm like, it's an issue. So, you know. Hold on 1 second, please. I'll keep it on. I'm still here. I'm still strong. I'm still standing. All right. Apologize for that. I'm getting a call. I didn't know my fucking phone is. Fucking watch started going off and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, so my thing is, I'm just hoping them motherfuckers look y'all letting all the prisoners and the people out of jail let me off papers early shit. That's what I need, goddamn. That's what I'm having. Bad and Bougie Girl 6, where you been? Good to see you. So, like I said, what are your thoughts? Whatever's on y'all's mind. If y'all got issues with Tekashi, Daniel Hernandez getting freed early. Who was that? Been a lot of rappers in the news. Who, I don't know, Playboy Cardi, whoever that is. I saw something about him. I seen the youngsters. Playboy Cardi, he's in jail. Oh, buddy, they trying to release him. What's the other fucking rapper? The dude that killed his homies. That nigga's fucked up in my book, dog. Murder on My Mind. What is his name? YNW Melly or something like that. You know, this guy, you know, killed his homies, I guess, or whatever, get on. I don't know how that works. He's trying to get out. They talking about, you know, whatever for him. And motherfuckers talking about free him. He's innocent. I don't know, bro. You know, I just don't know about that shit right there. Like, yeah. And then who else they trying to let out? It's another one. I don't know about Smurda. I didn't hear anything about him. But who's the one, man? Melly got the corona? He actually got it? That's unfortunate. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. No, Professor Trill. You know, I thought we was partners. I thought we was cool. I thought we was cool. Why you want me to die, homie? I'm just appalled at this statement. You know what? I'm just gonna open up the line. I have nothing to say to Teacher's Assistant Trill this evening. No comment. I'm appalled and upset. That's why D-Love gonna put them hands on you for talking about him. But like I say, and I don't think she's in here, but shout out to okay. I didn't know what I was doing there. Okay, I fried it. That was on me. Shout out to Miss Slick Whips and shout out to Miss Female Pimp. I appreciate the love. Behind the scenes love. Y'all got y'all's pistachios. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's Dan, bro.
Dan, the motherfucking man with the plan. What's up, Dan? What's on your mind this evening, sir?
Oh man, you know, we're just out here in these times of Corona. So, you know, just gotta live. You know, wash hands, sterilize all that shit. Try to find some ash paper. You know, good luck. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, that's crazy. Wow, I didn't know that they're releasing like people. I assume they're starting with the lower quality offenders first.
Yeah.
A lower rank. Okay, good. You know, because you got a dude that has just like an addiction problem. Maybe he needs to have counseling instead of sticking him in jail, where you can find drugs there probably easier. But it's going to cost more.
Yeah.
So the entire justice system needs a serious revamp.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah, I was actually. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I was actually thinking about a case. I think it was Pennsylvania, or it was somewhere on the East Coast. And there was this judge who was sentencing kids to these juvenile prisons, essentially. But the thing is that they were private-owned prisons. That's another big thing now, privately owned prisons, because, you know, we incarcerate those people in this country. And the thing is, like, he had stock in it, you know. So the more populating crowded they are, the more they have to build, the more the state has to pay the money to house these offenders. And he would send kids to like 2-3 years for something that would be like, let's say like a marijuana charge. Yeah. Bro, that's like a warning and drug counseling or do some volunteer time. He's sentencing like 1-2 years in juvenile prison, fucking up their you know, their high school and all that stuff, trying to get into college. Good luck. I spent 2 years in prison. Correct. And they found his ass out. He's doing 20 years in prison now.
Oh, they did. I remember like briefly hearing about it. I never followed up on it. Yeah, I'm glad. Good. That's what his fucking ass deserves. He probably should get the amount of years that he gave all those kids. They should go back and find every kid that he put in the system in that way and tally up all their years. And that's what he should have to fucking serve.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think one of the kids actually killed himself not long after he got out of prison. Yeah. The mother the mother basically held him at like he was leaving a trial, and the mother came out yelling, "My son's dead. You killed my son, you fucking piece of shit."
That's wild.
I mean, Jesus Christ. There's actually another documentary on Netflix about some more judicial bullshit. It's basically about how like this is in Massachusetts, I think. There are these two drug testers in the lab. It's on Netflix right now, and I guess they were getting high or some shit. And thousands of cases might get thrown out because of these two tasting drugs and all sorts of crazy shit. I haven't finished it. I started it last night. Yeah. I had to finish that Tiger King though, bro. Jesus Christ, man.
Oh man. I just think of the Tiger King and I fucking died laughing. I can't help it. The shit is just hilarious to me. What'd you think when it's all said and done?
The thing about it was Joe started out like how Carol, like it's funny because Carol was like kind of doing what Joe was doing, but now she's all high and mighty with her $millions of dollars from her dead husband. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, he's still missing. I apologize. They'll find him one day. What Joe say? Joe said, "Check the center tank."
Yeah, that Joe was going in the fucking video, man. With the music video where she's feeding the fucking husband to the damn tigers and shit. Oh my god.
Oh man, she looked just like Carol too. That was amazing.
He took it to the next level. Beautiful.
Yeah, man. But at the end, Joe, when he first started out, he was trying to do like a kind of a thing like Carol's doing now, because he was before he started wearing all those shiny ass polyester shirts and shit and shooting guns everywhere. No, he just looked like a park ranger or some shit. Yeah. We're trying to free these tigers and have them somewhere. That's how it started, but we saw where it ended up. Yeah,
that's what
it's that money, man.
The money and the meth. The meth definitely played a role in him going on
the
tracks.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, bro. I think he got kind of side-roaded, but that Jeff is a fucking piece of shit, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a real scumbag.
Because Jeff fucked over Joe, then he fucked over the fat guy, then he fucked over Tim.
Yeah.
Like you can't trust this dude, bro. Yeah. He had on that headband that them balding ass dudes wear, like was it Rock of Love with Bret Hart or whatever? He had the headband and shit. Like, bro, let it go, dog. I'm bald, shit. Man, I still lose my hair at 22, bro. Just accept that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I know my day is not far, so when that time comes, just enjoy it. Just let it go. Appreciate the good times and move on, man.
That's all I can do, bro. Man, I had every hairstyle. Now I got one now. That's it, bro. The game is a game, bro. But yeah, man, back to the main point you were mentioning. Yeah, the system needs to be seriously revamped, but it's just too many buddy handshakes and for the right lawyer, this, and this. I mean, look, say what you want about OJ, but money talks.
Yeah.
Because in any other situation, he had any other lawyer, that motherfucker be in prison right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely would. Definitely would. But that's the thing, yeah. You can, and that's why I say it's kind of to me. It's like a thin line. It's like Yeah, there definitely needs to be some reform. There's certain parts of the current system I understand, and there's parts that definitely need to be reformed because there are some people that definitely belong in jail. Like that's just where they need to be. And the reason why you don't really see a lot of these people on the day to day is because they're in jail. You know, they belong there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there are some people who are in situations kind of like you mentioned earlier, people who have addictions and issues like that. I'm not saying, I don't think you should be punished for that. I think that you should find ways to try to help treat these people and, you know, acclimate them back into society. What is it? Who was it? Portugal? It was one of those countries with a P. Paraguay, whatever, when they had legalized everything. And what they started doing, it was Portugal, okay, and they legalized everything. What they started doing was like, if you wanted help, you could come in and seek help, and then they would actually, you know, help try to, you know, get people off drugs and things like that. So I basically just kind of let them wear themselves out, and then, you know, if they wanted help, then they would offer help and assistance instead of just trying to throw everybody in jail for some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I see where they're coming from that, but every once in a while you got them people like they're not going to ask for help. They're just going to keep doing more and more wild shit to feed their fix.
Yeah.
Robbing motherfuckers, the fucking stabbing motherfuckers, all types of shit. That's the main problem with drugs right there.
Yeah.
If you want to do it in your house and it doesn't fuck over your family or your job, that's one thing. But there's people out here when they own that white, that's it. was it white get you hype, brown keep you down? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Man, fuck that shit, bro.
Oh, that stuff is bad. Those are drugs. Don't do drugs, people.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah,
yeah, man.
But I agree. Like I say, you know, again, like I say, if you out there, you know, willing to put other people in harm's way just to feed your addiction, you have some underlying issues to go along with that addiction.
Yeah.
That definitely needs to be treated. Marie Lovely, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Heidi, I think you're a crime, Heidi. So how about that? Okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah, so like I say, just letting the rappers out, the Tiger King thing. That's just I'm not gonna do that. I got at least another 2 weeks worth of just Tiger King bullshit that I can deal with. I'm gonna let that run dry. I've seen the fucking. You see the guy that painted his cow to look like a tiger, and he dressed up like fucking. Like Joe Exotic looks just like him. Like people have been doing the little fucking babies. And shit. Like, it's crazy. People have got Joe Exotic fever. It's worse than the corona.
You know what? One of the things that stuck out the most to me were two things at the end of the documentary. I didn't mean to interrupt you because my time's almost up. But it was the female who was missing the arm and the dude with the two legs. This seemed like the only two people that was actually like, well, three people. That dude was missing all his teeth. Not Joe's boyfriend, but like those three employees of the park. They seemed like the most like. They were hurt the most by that entire situation. They lost their jobs. You know, they cared about the Tigers. That girl went back to work a week after losing her goddamn arm.
Yeah, she's way better than me.
She a real soldier, bro.
Yeah, that would have been the end of Joe, the park, and everything after that. That fucking losing the arm, yeah, I don't know about that one. But no, but I definitely give her credit, for that. And then, the one guy, you can tell he got real wasted. They were trying to, I think, force him to go and testify or whatever. He was fucking drunk and shit in the hotel room. Yeah, like some of those guys, man, you could tell that really meant a lot to him. Because he had the fucking little stuffed tiger on his bed and everything, so he really liked the fucking tigers and shit. So,
Oh yeah.
Heidi Klein
and the last
donated
thing, there's only like 4,000 tigers left in the wild. That ain't much, bro.
Normalizing crime.
That's sad,
Thumbs
too.
down.
But most people don't care about animals, so it is what it is.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, my time's almost up, man. Yeah, hey, shout out to Tekashi, you free baby. Enjoy freedom. All right, Honcho, man, you have a good night, bro.
Right.
Dan, y'all take care. Miss Grace, yeah, I appreciate that. Have a good one now. Y'all take care.
All right, Dan, appreciate the call, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tekashi is free, people. Heidi, yes, I'm normalizing crime, just like everyone else in America. I bet your favorite movie is about normalizing crime. How about that, Heidi? And you took a picture with a jail dog. You broke out of jail. Broke him out the pound. So I believe you are also doing the same. This is a beverage. It's water, but it's mixed with some supplements in it, and so so it looks a little whatever. So I'll take my little daily regimen. I forgot to take it earlier. So it looks like it's some good sippy juice, but it's really nothing. No, there are good people in jail. You know what I'm saying? There are good people in jail. Normal people Normal people go to jail. Normal people without connections go to jail. So, that's my thoughts on that. Because there's definitely a lot of abnormal people who have not had to deal with some of their actions. Carol Baskin should be in jail. I firmly believe that. Yeah, but they say that's crazy that this dude, he got a $10 million deal before he got locked up. So he's a rich snitch. That's super crazy, right? But again, like I said, nothing's gonna happen to him. So I mean, he has no worries. Like, motherfuckers say all this shit and all that shit. Nothing's gonna happen to Tekashi. And he's gonna be doing digital tours. That's the first thing I'd fucking do. I'd fucking go ahead and just, if I was him, I'd get back on the fucking internet, and I'd be back to acting just as fucking crazy, because that's what he was really known for. Heidi, you're the biggest criminal. You are the biggest criminal I know. But my thing is, like, it might as well. Like, shit, why the fuck not? Everybody's doing shit at home. Everybody's sitting at home. And if he would just start wilding out, everybody's going to watch whatever he does. You know, everybody's doing these live battles and shit. And I'm still upset to, I'm still upset to hear the fact that Manny Fresh apparently lost a battle to Scott Storch. Like, that should never be a thing. So I don't even know how that worked. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's Belle. You know, maybe it's not a bad idea that they let everybody out and just kind of do a do-over and start over. It's already broken as it is.
I'm not gonna say everybody. You can let. I think.
Well, yeah, there's a few that. Yeah, some of those federal pens. I mean, they're already kind of got the picnic basket kind of life anyway. But who knows? You know. What was somebody talking about earlier? The privatization of jails as for-profit jails. Yeah. That's pretty screwed up.
Yeah, I agree.
You know.
Because then because then you have an incentive to punish people. You know, instead of trying to. And again, nobody's unbiased completely, but.
And I mean no disrespect by this, but it's today's form of slavery.
Well, yeah. What is that? The 13th Amendment that they were talking about? They were saying that basically because of all the free labor that people get from, what was the 13th? Was it 13th? That it's basically that prisoners are the new slaves.
Heidi Kleindienst donated $2 through Super Chat. No. Huncho promotes the bigotry of low expectations. Thumbs down.
I fucking hate you, Heidi. Oh, I hate Heidi so much. Because, like in California where they had like the prisoners out there fighting wildfires a couple of years back, and they were paying them, $1 a day to be out there. You know what I'm saying? And so things like that. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you're out there risking your life to
jailbirds. Tell Miss Grace I don't do jailbirds. Nah, that ain't my thing. I wouldn't date a jailbird.
What?
I'm not prejudiced. Nope, not prejudiced. Nope, not my thing.
See, this is my thing. All right. Do I need to adjust my volume here? Let me turn it up. Let me see what I got going on here. Pardon me if y'all let me know if this is a little bit better. I'm just normally not a loud person, so I think that's probably part of what it is. Here's my thing, right? Here's what I think. As far as that, ladies, y'all are gonna have to, there's gonna have to be some trade-offs somewhere, okay? All the guys are going feminine. They're getting real soft. You get you a guy done a little time. Get him when he's fresh out the pen. Get you some of that prison pipe. They'll treat you right. Get you, feeling good, feeling great again.
That works for about a month. That works for about a month, and then it's like, okay, honeymoon's over. What next?
Okay. Well,
I mean, and it doesn't mean that some of the guys in prison don't have substance or brains, but it's just not my thing.
I agree, Heidi. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, I mean, I can understand it. Like I said, I think that.
Now, it doesn't mean I wouldn't. No, honestly, it doesn't mean I wouldn't write somebody a letter and make sure that they were doing right and like we do with Kenneth. We make sure that his grades are coming up. We kind of keep an eye on him so that he doesn't hit the slammer. But it doesn't mean that I want to be in a romantic relationship with somebody who's done time. It's not a bad thing. It's just not my choice.
So
And
would it
I'm
depend
not-
on the
I don't-
crime that they committed? I mean, does that come into play?
Heidi Kleindienst
that
donated
would definitely
$2
have
through
a
Super
lot to do
Chat.
with it. And for the
Fem is a
fact
guy who
of,
can't make it
do
in
they
the
have any
real world.
eligibility to get even a halfway decent job when they get out? Because sometimes when and it's not just actually going to jail or prison, it's the fact of how long was your freaking record to get you in there to begin with?
And some people strike
You know?
out on the first go around. Some people manage to get away with quite a bit before they really have to sit. So what if it was what we would call a white collar crime as compared to something more sinister, I guess you could say. Would that play a role in it? So say if it was embezzlement or something like that, would you look at it differently?
You mean white collar crime? No, because it means they still wouldn't be able to make good money after they get out. They still could be a dishwasher, and there's nothing wrong with it. Don't misunderstand that. It's just the fact. I don't know. It's just not for me, and I think that it's great for people to be reformed. I think it's great for people to get a fresh start, but there's also career criminals too.
Mm-hmm.
You get these guys that'll get out for 2 months, do something really frickin' stupid, and get their asses back in there, just so they get a caught for the winter holidays, or because the fact is they just can't. They've been institutionalized.
Yes, yeah, and there are people who
and that being said, I mean, there's a criminal, and then there's a criminal. It's just like even being out in the real world. I mean, you've got people who are honest and people who are not honest. Anyway.
Yeah,
so where were we going with this? Just a bit distracted tonight.
Free YNW Melly, I think, is where we were at.
Yeah. No culture, he can't wind me up. I'm good,
Oh, okay.
I mean, and if anybody's dealt with, I've been celibate for a long time. The last person I was with was my husband 10 years ago. So I understand a little bit about waiting on the right time.
Oh man, that sounds like waiting to exhale. That's whew. Yeah.
Hey, it'll happen. When it happens, it happens. It's just got to be that right person.
Pardon me one moment.
Okay, what happened?
All right, there we go. Okay, yeah, I had to take care of something. All right. So, like I say, it just is what it is. And I think that you have different people, different situations that they get into. And like you're talking about people being institutionalized, that is a real thing. Some people need that structure. But the way I look at it, like I said, because, from just a little vacation I took, and I was just looking at it, like, sometimes people need minimal options. Too many options can make it difficult for some people. When you have, and I think actually for everybody, any and everybody, too many options is a bad thing. But I mean, when you have a limited selection, you have
Professor
this,
Trill donated $5 through Super Chat. Here is proof that women don't enter relationships for love. It's all about what resources a man can provide. I tried to told you.
Sadly enough, most of the time people have done all kinds of other shit in their life, and they finally maybe the one thing that they didn't do, they get caught for. That happens too. I mean, they may not be guilty of that one, but if it got you to the point of even being there, then sometimes things aren't always right in your life either.
And yes, I agree, Professor Trill. The topic that I told you about was debatable, but I'm saving that for Monday, so we will definitely be having a discussion along those lines Monday. So I hope you'll be prepared for that. But yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too. That's definitely a thing. Like I say, it goes all kind of ways. I think everybody's story is a little bit different. You have those who have done 1,000 different things, and the one thing that they halfway, did, they get caught for. And it's funny because you see those kind of people, and they bitch and complain the most, knowing that they've gotten away with with murder, basically, literally. And, they have to take and sit down for a little something that maybe a couple of years. They bitch and complain, but it's like just be grateful that, this is what you have to deal with, knowing everything that you've gotten away with. Because I'm sure it could be much worse for you. But again, like I say, when you're talking about the system should be reformed, I do agree because, as was mentioned in the call prior, it's about your lawyer and what you got, because you've seen people get a lot less time for bigger crimes because of their legal team. Not just, getting off completely, but even if you do end up getting punished or you do end up having to deal with certain things, that you've seen people get a significant amount of time for a very minor crime. It's really unfortunate. It's all about the money. So,
Well, it's not always. A lot of times too, it's about politics and how the drama's played out. If it's a courtroom situation or even with the judge, because like you said, if a judge wants to make an example of somebody, they're going to give them the highest amount of time in there that's allotted. And if not, then they're going to give them leniency because of compassion and sympathy. It's all subjective. Even though the law is the law and the rules are the rules, and that's where the guideline is, but it's subjective about how much of time. And that's where optics work. What it looks like is what it is type of thing.
Yeah. I think you'd be surprised how much of a difference a suit can make you. Appearing in court in a suit versus appearing in court in an orange jumpsuit can definitely alter the way you are perceived. It can definitely impact the amount of time that you get. So, no, I definitely agree that it's a lot of the little things that we as humans, the little biases that we deal with, that I think that definitely play a lot heavier of a role in the legal system. And it shouldn't be that way, but here we are. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is. All right. I'm good. Now that I've been a little bit roasted on Friday night, let's see who gets some calls in, and like to hear from everybody else tonight.
Okay. Well, Miss Bell, class is in session. The bell has rung, and it was good to hear from you. Wasn't first, but hey, what they say, first is the worst, second is the best, third is the one with the treasure chest. Y'all remember that shit? Did anybody used to say that shit in school? That never made any sense to me, but it is what it is. But I appreciate it.
Hey, it's all good. It's a Friday, and here comes the weekend.
All right. Well, class is in session. The bell has rung. Thank you for calling in this evening, Miss Bell.
All right, good night.
All right. What do you mean? Did we talk about that in here? Did we talk about the Trump "you people" comment? What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Man, it's your boy Eastside.
Eastside, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind, Eastside?
Man, you talking about this whole prison stuff, man. I used to work for TDC. I did that shit for like 5 years, man.
Oh, how was that environment?
Man, it was kind of it wasn't really a big shock because most of the people in there I pretty much grew up with, same family in there. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was like I don't know. I knew motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers I didn't know, I knew because I was raised with motherfuckers like that. I still know motherfuckers like that. So it's like just pretty much I knew what I was getting myself into. I did it for 5 years. I started doing that shit in 2007. But anyway, they were showing on the news about that whole they letting inmates out, but they was not only letting them out, they was giving like people that was like doing fucked up shit. They was giving them low bonds. And a dude had like an aggravated assault. They gave him like a fucking $500 bond. He had to pay $50.
That's crazy shit.
They like it's crazy. It's like everything is haywire. They just It's really like they really want to let everybody out.
Yeah.
You can't just let everybody out all at once.
I agree.
I mean, I'm not mad at letting people out, but you just can't just open the floodgates. You just can't say, here, have at it.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing,
Okay.
man. Because they were showing, I seen the thing that they were talking about too with those monitors, the ankle monitors and shit that they've been putting on people. Like, they was giving them so much time to go get that shit done that they wasn't even going to do the shit. And it was a couple of cases here in Houston where motherfuckers were supposed to go get the shit. They get let out on bond. They go and commit another crime, commit another murder or something, or whatever else it is, and they still got to go look for them. They don't even have, they can't even track them because they don't have the shit on. They never went and picked the shit up. So I mean, the system is, like I say, there's pluses and minuses that's involved with it. But yeah, that's crazy though. I think violent crime should definitely have a heavier weight than other things, but it's not quite like that.
Yeah. Man, you was talking about fucking TikTok earlier, man. I fucking hate TikTok.
What happened?
You was talking about TikTok earlier.
Oh yeah. That's terrible. TikTok's terrible.
Man, I fucking hate TikTok. And you know that song they always play that something new?
Yes. Oh my god.
Man, I hate that song, bro. I just now found out that was Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah.
I kind of like Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I found out about like 2 days ago, and I was like, next. I thought it was like I thought it was one of these other little R&B guys, but it's like
I
Wiz
thought it was like
Khalifa.
an old school motherfucker.
Yeah, it's Wiz Khalifa and Ty Dolla $ign. I was like,
Man, I fucking hate this
yeah,
song.
they-
It's like coronavirus and that song. It's like they're like neck and neck.
yeah, they
It's
take
like I
shit.
don't know what I hate more.
Well, because what's so crazy to me, what I don't get about it is, why do you want to do the exact same thing that somebody else is doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? What is the point? Like, here's the dance. Let's do the exact same dance that everybody else is doing, or the little switch challenge. Like, let's all do that. Like, it's just why? Like, now there was a couple people I seen that did like twist it up and made it funny. And I was like, okay, now that's humorous. That's actually being creative. But for the most part, people just doing the exact same thing to the exact same music. And I'm like, this shit is annoying as hell. Like, who? But apparently it works. The Chinese, they're way smarter than us. They done figured it all out. Because they got motherfuckers just doing weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
You know that song is like 2 years old, man.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's like all this little shit, man. The song was like 2 years old.
Yeah, see, they didn't take it and ran with it. They probably loving this. Probably they probably making a little money. That's gonna be the song they wanted to. Well, we can't perform right now, but shit, that's gonna be the song they wanted to perform most whenever they get back on tour and shit like that. That's what it's going. It's crazy. Matter of fact, did you see the one? There was Prisoners on TikTok. That's funny. It's gonna tie both of them in together.
Man, Prisoners.
Yeah, the L.A. County Jail. These
Yeah.
niggas doing the same, the little something new thing. I'm like, what the fuck is really going on? Like,
Or the other one where it was like some niggas in the corner and like they was pulling out their guns.
yeah, I didn't see that one.
They was pulling out the guns. It was like, fuck.
Let's
Let's do a little dance routine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like anything for clout, anything for attention. That's like we just, we deserve the corona at this point. it's not fucked up. It's
Oh,
not,
no. It's about that time.
yeah, it's just.
The reckoning is coming.
Yeah, it's just like at this point, the shit that we do, we deserve it for all this nonsense. Like, oh man, it's crazy, But like I said, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a fucked up, crazy thing. And to me, it was for the kid. But I remember TikTok a while back. They was talking about it was like super heavy with the pedos. It was like a bunch of pedos on there. And there was one dude in particular they were talking about. They be, trying to. Because I guess you could take other videos and then like do a collab with somebody else's videos, and it'd be like this old pedo fucking taking all these young girls' videos and doing weird shit, and like just doing some crazy stuff in the video. Like, come on, man, like, and this is okay with y'all, but it is what it is,
I'm not interested in that unless they selling some vagina on there. I ain't interested. I ain't even got that app, but it's like. It's still on YouTube. Like,
yeah.
When you don't want to see it, it's like they still put it in your face.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I see that's where I see it on YouTube, on the gram, and I don't even be on the gram like that. Since a certain individual in this conversation always attacks me for not having a better gram following, but it's just like I get Instagram. I just don't get into Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like I prefer Twitter and the other things. I'd rather read something than just look at a bunch of weird pictures. I mean, memes and stuff. They're cool. They're funny. Don't get me wrong, but I just it's hard to get into. But yeah, man. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they are though. I'm pretty sure. I stumbled across some adult educational entertainment the other day, right?
Sounds interesting.
And yeah, it really was. And I got a pic. I'm gonna post it in the matter of fact. I'm gonna post it in the Discord after the stream. I'm gonna post it in the Discord after the stream. And I'm not gonna make y'all any promises. We're gonna see what's up. I know. The Don has been inquiring about the mixer action. I'm gonna see what's up. It may be a little bit after the stream, but we'll see what's up with the mixer. I can get y'all a mixer in a minute. But it was I guess an interracial scene. And there was a guy in a whole hazmat unit, and in place of his phallus was a bottle of the little tube of Clorox bleach wipes. And he was using this as the woman was in the canine position, simulating fellatio on the Clorox bleach wipes container. And I'm just like, this is where we are now. This is where we are in society. This is what the adult educational entertainment has come to. It's just, I don't know. Everything it just doesn't even seem real. Like I don't know what to think.
No.
You know?
Now thousands, probably millions of deaths, but we're making little jokes. You gotta look at the brighter side, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna drop it there for the folks who need to see it, but because I'll probably be there forgot. So y'all later on when y'all want to go check it out, it'll be there. Because I know I'll fuck around and forget. I'll be saying I'm finna do something and then forget to do this.
Man, who was that they called? That was Miss Bell.
Yes, that was Miss Bell.
What she said? She went 10 years without partaking in any extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
Is she still going strong with this, or this was just like?
I do
a while back ago.
I do believe that that is. I mean, I'm assuming I may be wrong. Miss Bell, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that this record is still standing.
She needs to, there's somebody out there that wanna, test the waters. Be gladly, get you out your funk. But hey, gotta save it for the right person, I guess.
Yeah, if you've been holding out that long, it's gotta, if you're gonna get back into it, you don't want to be just know anybody. You gotta be.
Yeah.
You gotta be something. Billy Vacations in Africa.
She say she like the brothers though. I know there's a brother out there that show a good time, take on a date, and
to a nice seafood dinner.
Yeah, POF. You don't get plentyoffish.com.
Oh, don't do that. You go.
A whole bunch of brothers out there.
You gonna fall into a trap. Don't go to POF. You gonna they gonna do something. You gonna think it's all good and well. You're gonna end up on the hub. It's gonna be a bad deal.
Man. Speaking of POF, my homeboy. It was my homeboy, but we ain't really fall out, but just kind of went our separate ways. But his girl that he recently married, he met her on POF. And a while back ago, like, he told me, we used to hang out, we used to meet, hoes on POF, and, it was just like like, it was like the race to see who can, you know how niggas be, they tell their internet stories. And I know you met your wife on POF. And, now that you done got serious and hunkered down and you try to change the story up and be like, I met her on Facebook. Man, you didn't meet her on Facebook. I was around you.
Yeah.
Don't just change the story up. She was on POF. You was like the rest of the chicks on POF. It wasn't no this romantic kind of fantasy story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just take
I know the deal, but
You know, he should just take it for what it is, and then write a letter. Maybe POF will give him some love. Sponsor the wedding. Tell him you found a POF love story.
Bro, don't try to change it to PO. Those try to oh nah, I met her on Facebook. Nah, bro, it wasn't Facebook, bro.
To me,
I was there. I was around.
To me, I think it would be weirder if you met her on Facebook than on POF. Like, that would be stranger to me. Like, you just ran up in somebody's DM on Facebook. At least you know that they were actively seeking on POF for something. At least some type of something. So,
but this was my nigga. Like, I know you, bro. We did all types of dirt, and you know what I'm saying. All type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, we kind of met each other in different points of time. Like, he was just getting out the army, and I was with my baby mama. You know what I'm saying? When I was trying to do the family thing.
Yeah.
And, later on in life, as he got older, he was never married, so he wanted to do his family thing. He didn't have no kids.
Yeah.
So, people be at different points in their life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, hunker down with her and whatever, and like, bro, I was around you, bro. Don't change the story up, man. She was on POF, and
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean,
and I know if she was on POF, I know how he came at her and what he was on and what she was on.
Yeah, the thing is, if he happy, he needs to embrace the fact that he happy. He ain't got to paint no pictures. He concerned about being judged, man. Just do what it is, man. Dead shred POF is for plenty of fish. And not the fish that New Kenneth was talking about. Going fishing. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, Hollywood. Yeah.
Really? All right. Oh, snap. Well, Mr. East, I didn't realize we went past the 10-minute rule there, but man, look,
all right, bro.
It's all good, man. You tell your partner, man, don't be ashamed of the game, man. It is what it is. If he happy with it, don't worry about
real,
it.
Man.
Thing, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Fuck everybody else.
All right.
All right, that's a bit, East. I appreciate the call, man. Yeah, man, look. That's my thing. People are so concerned with what other people think. If that's how you met them, that's how you met them. Fuck it. It is what it is, right? Who cares, man? Just do what you do. I got on there to see what it was all about. It's a terrible place, if you ask me. It's a terrible place. It's scary, honestly. I was scared. I had a nightmare the night after. What's the motherfucking deal we have calling into the dead this evening?
I was just listening to the music and busting a move because I didn't hear the music beginning when you started.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see some of Miss Grace dance moves. Well, how are you this evening, Miss Grace?
You know what? I can still bust a move. And don't get some liquor in me because I'm Janet Jackson.
Oh, Miss Jackson, if you asked it. Okay.
Try to tell me I'm not. What's going on here in the world, in this country, to me, it feels very uncivilized. Everything's gone wild. You mean letting all of these prisoners out of jail? What if they don't pay child support? What's going to be the incentive for them to pay child support? You mean, what if they come out and they just break into people's houses and do robbery and they don't beat anybody up? I mean, somebody break into my house and try to rob me, you mean they're going to see my other side of the personality, then I may end up in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of craziness. These kids not going to school, if we thought they were dumb before, they're really going to be dumb. Because these kids were not doing homework and schoolwork or anything when they were in school. So these teachers here in my town, they're running around dropping off all these little laptops and all this other craziness. These kids aren't doing the work. Like I said, my granddaughter goes to a Christian school, and hers is very formal, but these kids aren't doing the work. So and they've already been told, the teachers have already been told that the kids cannot be held accountable for any work that they didn't do. And they let the kids know that. So what's the incentive for them to do anything?
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's going to create a real mess. You know what I mean? If there's a place that I can take off to live for a while right now, but right now this corona thing's going on all over the place, I would be gone because it's crazy right now.
Yeah, it really
Well,
is. But I agree with with the thing, like I say, as far as like with the jail thing, and that's why I say I think that it should be a certain, you know, I won't say caliber of criminals, but you know, if it's like I say, no other person is involved. Well, we'll get something. There's always a way to get somebody involved, but if it's not an assault, if it's not physical harm done to somebody, that way you're not risking that situation taking place again. I'm all good with that. I think certain people is like, again, that kind of comes with, hey, you do the crime, you do the time. And again, I'm not saying that anybody should just be forced to be at risk. This is a potential. Even though it's a small percentage, there's still a potential chance of, getting sick and it could being fatal. But
Right.
I mean, I guess that's I won't say that's a Rolodex. Nobody expects that, but I think that's kind of where you kind of draw the line because, again, you could be dangerous to somebody else. This thing may be dangerous to you. I don't think you can afford to let people just go out, but that's going to happen anyway. The school thing is concerns me too because do you think they're just going to skip all these kids to the next grade or how is that going to work?
They will.
Oh, that's terrible.
They were skipping them to the next grade when they were in school. For a kid to be able to retain a kid, they had to do like 0 or 10% or less than 10% of the work during the school year. Because they were pushing kids right along. Even if you keep a kid back, when you go back to work the following year in September, well, now the end of August, that kid was promoted because the principal and all them did it. There's nothing you can do. You mean, even like I said, we were feeding the kids in school. You mean to tell me mothers can't feed kids breakfast? Okay, so now they said, okay, the kids are not getting breakfast in school. You mean they're not going in to eat it? They're not going in on time. Then if they really wanted breakfast, they would get their little asses there on time. So what they started doing was, in order to get more government funding, they said we need to have a greater percentage of the kids, like closer to 100% of the kids getting the breakfast. So what they started doing was delivering the breakfasts to homerooms so the teachers, before teachers weren't allowed to eat in the classroom because they said we might get roaches and rats. But now it was suddenly okay to have children in the classroom first thing in the morning eating, and then the custodians has to go by, to pick up the garbage bags out there. The kids were throwing milk. Kids still coming in tardy. Now they're arguing and fighting with the teachers because it's their right. Give them their fucking breakfast. I'm going to call my fucking mother because they want their breakfast because they feel entitled. I said they should have never done that. So now the teachers are feeding the kids in homeroom in the morning, feeding the kids lunch. The kids don't want to eat that shit. So when those teachers, I'm telling you, I would tell them, I take offense to that bullshit when they think that we don't eat. If we do nothing else, we fucking eat well in the ghetto. And in the hood, our neighborhoods, our communities, we eat. I said, you go by the projects and you sit there at any window that's cracking, you're going to smell some delicious beans and rice cooking. Because the kids don't even eat that food. They end up just throwing it away. So one time, some of us teachers were collecting the fresh fruit that they were giving them and making fruit baskets and doing things at home. And then the schools would get into trouble if we took that. So you couldn't touch it. You had to just throw it away.
And that's the thing that
you better
bothers
not.
me. That all the waste in every facet of everything in American life. There's so much waste, and that bothers me. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, Ms. Grace. I was just...
Yeah, it is. It's so wasteful. And a teacher better not take one of those little box juices and start sipping out of it. If another teacher sees you, they'll tattle and you'll get into trouble.
Wow.
It's just that out of hand. But, even like I said, I don't care about the prisoners getting out of jail for the most part. Mm-hmm. My cousin, one of the twins, she worked at a prison, and she fell in love with a prisoner. It didn't work out, but she did. And when they wanted me to go into the little prison across the street from my church to go teach, I didn't feel like it, even because I am not going to be nice and play checkers through the freaking bars with anybody. I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it. And maybe because I came from, like Larry had gone to jail and things like that there. I wasn't, once I got out of that life and got away from it, the only guy in jail that I wrote to that I love was you, Honcho.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, and I'm so thankful for that. I was just looking at those letters earlier today, actually.
Yeah, my daughter she'd get my mail from me, and she'd come up and she'd do a roll call. Okay, Grace, you got a letter right here, and I'll open it up and read that letter and just loving it. But yeah, it's madness. And like I said, whatever's going on right now, we're not being told. I don't care. There's way more going on. There's a second wave of something worse coming along. Something is going on because they would not be shutting down the world for this freaking crap.
I agree.
You know, not for this. There's
agree.
something going on, and that's what's frightening me because we don't know.
Yeah.
You know, and then the other thing I had put on your Facebook that the airline is still trying not to give people their money back. So I'm going to wait until last minute before I make my cancellation, because if they cancel first, then they'll have to give me all of my money. I mean, don't keep my money in the account. That's my money. I want it. You know, I don't care if I need it or not. It's my money. I want it. You know, because I don't know. This could be going on for another year or two. Who knows? They're not telling us. And I look at President Trump's face, and he looks worried. And they're trying to put on the face. I know that because we've done it in the school department. When something was going wrong, they would have meetings. Okay, put on a face like this here. Okay, if somebody asks this, they tell you what to say and how to behave.
Yeah.
You know, and so I keep watching and looking at that, and I'm like, oh, God, something else has gone on. Something else has gone on. But, no, Belle, I wasn't getting on you. I was just playing around with you about the jailbird thing. Because if there was an intelligent man that went to jail when he was younger and he had that type of personality where he could self-reform, that the jail didn't have to do it for him, and he was intelligent and wanted to do everything, I would take a look at him, because let me tell you what, that can't be any worse stuff than what the freak is out here now. You know, with these bastards. Don't even get me started.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do a lot of dirt that don't get caught also, so...
Yeah, exactly. So if he's a good human being and all that other stuff, and he just happened to get caught up, then, hey, that's different. But what was I going to say? And I think that's about it. Oh, and the other thing, no, I don't think that prisoners are like slaves. Too many people were born into slavery. Prisoners aren't born in there. You mean they've done something wrong for the most part. You want to find an innocent man, they say, go to jail. Everybody's innocent. You mean you want to find an innocent man, go to jail. You mean, but prisoners, But this was it feels kind of a little creepy out here. You know, I miss my freedoms. I was talking with some of my friends today. I said I miss my freedoms, that I can't get on a plane. I said, what the freak? I said, even if I do get on an airplane, I've been reading up on things that they're doing this social distancing. I said they're making us sit all apart, and I said, and I can't get a cup of soda, and they're going to throw me a bag of peanuts from the front of the plane, and I got to catch it in the back. Please, oh please. You know, this is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah. But anything else? Do you have any questions for me, Hancho?
No, I don't think I do, Miss Grace.
Okay, where's my Dakota? He's not in here.
Yeah,
my Dakota.
he was in here earlier, and then I don't know if he's still in, but he was in here earlier.
Yeah, that's my hat. That's my hat. Okay, then let me get off the phone so I can listen to others.
Okay. All right, well, thank you for calling in, Miss Grace, and I'm glad to hear from you this evening.
Okay.
Thank you. Yo, good. You know, I'm just thinking about the the waste, right? I mean, and just and everything you do. I'm thinking about, you know, all the issue these hospitals are having, all the red tape, you know, all the bureaucracy, all the, you know, just waste. I mean, just everything across the board. Like, there is a lot of waste. How do we become more efficient across the board, man? Just, is it our culture as Americans to just be wasteful, or is there something that can be done? You know, it's like I say, when you just have so many people, you have to go through all these different opinions to get things done instead of taking the best opinions. What is this? I think there is a glitch. There must be a glitch on the den line. I don't know if this is what I think it is. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
How you doing?
Oh, you're a little muffled there. I'm trying to hear. I thought I heard who I thought I heard. Let me make sure it ain't my earphones. Who we got calling into the den this evening?
It's Rashida.
Rashida Reed, you say?
Yeah.
It's been a long time, Miss Rashida. How are you?
I'm good. They put me out the other place.
What?
Yeah, I done got kicked out, so I'll be back on my regular schedule.
See, look. You know, Miss Rashid was out there cheating on us. They left us for another group, and see how they did you. We would never do such a thing, Rashid. You know, we would never do you like that. We've been down with you through the thick and the thin, and you cheated on us. You fornicated with another family. Yes. So what was this that kicked you out for?
Huh?
So why did they kick you out? What happened?
You know my mouth.
It's terrible.
You know my mouth. I had a few what they call that verbal spats with people. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, usually, you know, if you ain't in line with what people want you to say, they're gonna try to slide.
I can't say I didn't deserve it. That's why I ain't mad. 'Cause I know they let me go a long way. So hey. But anyway, moving along.
Okay.
Why'd you laughing, Honcho? It ain't funny.
I'm just, it's just good to hear you. You know, sometimes when I haven't heard your voice in so long, and it just warms my heart. I can't do anything but just radiate and smile and just chuckle. I'm so glad that you've come back to us.
Yeah, right. It wasn't about toys.
That's messed up. Look, we the whole damn folk. We some side peoples. We a side group.
I'm still looking.
Terrible. You don't get the late night calls when everybody gone to bed. You know, don't want nobody to see us come over. That's where we at. We done became a side community. I can't believe it. I never thought I'd see the day.
So y'all talking about inmates? I mean, what about?
Yeah, you know, with the current pandemic that's going on, I believe in Chicago they said they were doing it too. But what they've been doing is, in different places they've been letting the inmates out. Some of them from prisons, a lot of them, from local jails. Really?
Yeah, they need to let them out. Put them on house arrest. I mean, how the hell you go in jail? You ain't got corona. You come out because it was a prisoner died from corona. You know, his family might too. Shit, you ain't supposed to go in jail and get no damn corona or nothing else.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to. Motherfuckers be doing shit.
Right. It's gonna become a legal issue.
But what if it's already there, and they don't have enough to test everybody?
It's only a couple of ways you can get there from the guards or other people work there.
No, you bringing in new inmates all the time, and if it takes 2 weeks for, they said you could be asymptomatic. It takes 2 weeks for you to know anything. So somebody could come in there, thinking they fine and dandy, and maybe they don't show any signs.
You go through a whole process before you go to a prison. Well, I ain't talking about jail. I'm talking about prison. In the prison, you have to go to jail and everything first. So
but that's what I'm saying.
If you in prison, the only way you getting it from the guards or you getting it from visitors or something like that. It ain't from no other inmate now.
But what I'm saying though, it could still be relatively passed on relatively quick. Cause say you've been there for a while, you got new people coming in and out of jail all the time. So maybe you waiting on your little trip till you go to the big house. You may come in contact with somebody who may have been in there only for a day or two. They might have been in there and bonded out. They may have been in there, had a little case, they just got time served or whatever. They never showed any symptoms, and by that time it's then spread around 2 or 3 people again. Depends on how it's designed.
Before you go to prison, they put you in a it's like a holding thing, a holding place where they have them for about 3 weeks. So you should show some symptoms that before you go to prison, and they check you out and everything. So no.
Well, that's a good point there, Culture. Well, what about what if somebody might have wrote a letter?
I know you can't tell me shit about nothing. Culture said fuck Culture. I still don't like your.
We can't get along. We can't get along. You done been gone so long. Maybe things have changed.
No, we can't get along. You know I don't fuck with him. Don't ask me no motherfucking questions. Period.
Culture told me he missed you. He was looking forward to hearing your voice again.
Fuck him.
I can't believe it. He serenaded you and all that stuff, and that's how you feel. I can't believe it.
And he sounded awful too. Don't serenade me.
No, because in the end you said he sounded all right. So don't act like that.
I changed my man. He sounded awful. Don't serenade me no goddamn more.
Okay.
What brother is it? He was serenading.
Broderick looked like the mayor of Chicago. So my thing is.
What?
But my thing is, like, I think there's so many different ways because I don't even think people really know. Because first they were saying that it wasn't airborne, now they're trying to say it is airborne. Now they're saying the washing hands thing don't matter. Like, it's so many different things. I don't think people really know, and that's why I say I think that.
No, they don't know. People don't know shit. Trump asked me to step aside and get some help because he is in over his head.
But what I'm saying is, so do you blame him for this?
No, I don't blame him. I blame the people that elected him. Y'all elected somebody with no political experience. He don't know what the fuck to do. All he do is read off a fucking paper. He don't know what's going on.
So you think that if Hillary Clinton was in this position,
he looks like the damn Corona. He looks sad as fuck.
So you think if Hillary was elected and this took place, that she'd have a proper handling of the situation?
I think that somebody with some political experience would have done a little better, because people have to tell him everything to do. It ain't just Hillary.
But what I'm saying, that was the only two options that we had at that time. So that's why I said Hillary. So because it would have been in this time frame of that presidency. So if she would have got elected, she'd be the one having to deal with this.
It's not about blame. It's about getting help. He needs help. Period. It ain't because this shit too serious to be pointing fingers and shit. He needs help.
Okay. Just curious. Just wanted to know your opinion on that. So how is it in the Chi? Is it bad out there? Like,
oh my goodness, it's terrible. These motherfuckers up at Walmart fighting and shit and macing each other.
That's terrible. Yeah.
It's terrible. These people have lost their mind. Yeah. They done lost their mind.
I went to Walmart today, actually.
It's time to get your gun card, because these motherfuckers, they around here acting like damn zombies and shit. It's crazy.
Pew, pew.
That's right. The apocalypse.
So, I mean, probably I hadn't been to Corona. Hadn't been to, I'm glad I said that. Remind me about the beer in a second. Hadn't been to Wally World since this thing really started. They started with the quarantines and the lockdowns and all that. So I went today just to see if it was going to be crazy. It was really.
Well, the one at our house, they only let like 10 people in at a time.
Yeah, it was fine. They weren't doing nothing. They would just make sure motherfuckers that people didn't come in the people who were coming in the entrance didn't go in the exit door. Because usually, motherfuckers don't give a fuck. They walk in the exit door, they walk in the entrance, they walk out the entrance, walk in the exit. They always go back. But that's the only thing different. They just had that shit separated. Everything else seemed pretty normal for the most part. They didn't have any. They definitely didn't have any paper towels or tissue. They had a shit ton of paper plates though. I'm like, what the fuck? Motherfuckers gonna do with all these goddamn paper plates? Like, it's all good, but I definitely need to start getting on the hunt for some paper towels. I think I'm down to like the last roll or two.
People just walking out the stores and shit. Yeah. Don't pay for it.
Yeah, because they ain't gonna do nothing.
Ain't nobody gonna do nothing.
Yeah, and so that's
who's gonna run after them.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So people aren't considering each other's well, but people are going to be when in times of crisis, perceived crises, people are going to be selfish, self-centered. They're not looking out to the average person isn't looking to be of benefit. They're looking out for themselves. How can they sustain for themselves? As opposed to the others who do put themselves on the front lines to interact with this. But I'm telling y'all, man. All y'all gotta do is get some of these. Go find a Jamaican and ask them whatever their natural cures their mama used to give them, and that's gonna be the cure for the Rona right there. If you got the Rona, take the Jamaican cure. You're gonna be all right.
Hopefully.
Because you said there was a doctor. He was a doctor or a nurse. I can't remember, but he caught it, and he said all he did was take some Tylenol, and he used the cures that like some old school Jamaican, I forgot what it was, the ginger and some other shit, some old Jamaican remedy. And he said that's all he took for a couple of days, and they went back to him again. He was negative, and he was back to work.
Oh.
So y'all do that. When I say Jamaican remedies, I ain't talking about the ganja. So, What about the liquor store? You been hitting the liquor store?
The what?
Have you hit the liquor store?
Oh no, no, I ain't going outside.
Oh. Oh. Well, what about you know what I'm saying? What about a liquor delivery?
Oh no, I don't drink like that. What makes you think I drink like that?
I'm just saying, I don't know. There was a call we received in the den one time, and
that was eggnog. That wasn't no damn liquor.
the eggnog just did something to you.
Yeah, that was a good thing though.
Okay. So, what about your boy though? Your boy's out. Are you happy to hear that?
Who was that?
Tekashi.
That's Mitch. That ain't none of my damn boy.
Nah, that's your partner. I know you was singing whatever song he sang.
Everybody should be out. Now his ass need to stay in the house. I know he glad about the quarantine shit.
Yeah, they let him out early, like 4 months early because of the Rona. He got asthma, so they let him out the feds early.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, hey, let some people out of there if they in danger.
There's Peach. You can't stop. I'm a renegade, just Sarah. Government can't hold me down. Appreciate the love. Ronald Isley asks, Crown Royal Peach or Apple?
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat. Speaking select. Poncho, keep your hand off your face. Eyes. Cross mark in square. Cross mark in square. Radioactive. Radioactive. Radioactive.
You just like the plane?
Yeah, I like it plain with Coke. Or RC.
What? Royal Crown Cola?
Yeah.
Isn't that some Canadian
That's
shit?
a hit. No, that's some Chicago shit.
Royal Crown is from Chicago?
I don't know, but we claiming it.
But here's the thing. But you know what? That actually makes sense. And this is funny because I actually said that one time. I've never tried it, but I remember a while back drinking with. We might have been drinking Crown Apple. I want to say I was with Shaq Kush, and we was talking about it, and I was like, "What about Crown Royal and Royal Crown?" And then, like it just seems like it would go together. So it's really funny that you said that. Interesting.
That's right there. That's an old school drink. If you from Chicago, you know what I'm talking about.
Look, Shelly, I don't know what kind of kinky shit you into, but I ain't with it. You keep that shit in Carolina or wherever the hell you at. Shelly, a.k.a. the Carolina Catfish. How you doing tonight, Shelly Long? Okay. Unspoken, how you doing this evening? I didn't even get a chance to speak to everybody. Hey, everybody. Except for you damn people I don't like. Fuck y'all. Ain't nothing changed. Is that how you address your ex group? Terrible. Y'all see how we get done? I thought we was cool. I thought we was partners. I thought we was cool.
I came back. Didn't I come back?
I don't know. You just you didn't came back, but your eyes wide open. For something else. I think you just we just like a rebound. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Well, maybe.
That's terrible. Terrible. I thought we was better than that. That's just awful.
We are. We good.
I see where we stand. I see what it is. I see where we stand.
That's right. You see where we stand. Y'all was
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat. Big hugs to all that donated. Heart, revolving hearts, romantic face, kissing face, starstruck, smiley face, smiley face.
I appreciate the love, Just Sarah. And I got to make sure I'm marking everybody. Make sure y'all get y'all's proper pistachios.
Hey, Sarah, don't forget my pistachios this call.
I'll see if I can remember those. But, make sure I got everybody marked down. I'm glad you said that, though. But I do have everybody's calls marked. You know, my thing is this, right? You know, what are your thoughts on that? Would you date an inmate?
Of course. Why not?
Mm.
I mean, not somebody fresh out of jail, but you know, it depends on. It really depends on what they did and how long ago it was. I mean, but I would. Oh, you been in jail. 'Cause I know plenty of people that been in jail and turned their life around. So hey. But see, the thing is that society still hold that against them because they can't hardly get a good job. Like if you did your time, why is that still being held against you?
Yeah, I mean, that's what
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat. Hey Rashida, tears if joy face, tears of joy face, smiley face.
Situations to where they undesirable and can't provide and everything, and then they might be like, "I'm gonna go back to a life of crime. It pay better."
Yeah, I mean, some people do that. I mean, that's why I say I'm not saying I condone it, but I understand why the recidivism rates are so high. But
I understand why people go back to the crime because it paid. Crime paid.
It's terrible, terrible, terrible.
It is. But it is what it is.
That is a damn good idea, Culture. And Roger says you've
Didn't I
ignored
tell
twice.
you about mentioning that name?
Like,
Don't mention that name.
You gotta. I don't know. I don't know. You know, because you gotta reestablish your station because you didn't abandon. And you know what? How a moderator just abandoned us? I'm offended. I'm highly offended. I just thought about that. How you got moderators that you just abandoned us. You cheated on us. You went and finagled with another group, and it was probably telling us all. They probably got Sideman sandwiches. I bet. Yeah, I bet. I'm upset. I am offended. My feelings are hurt.
Okay.
That's messed up. I am highly upset. But yes.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Why not? Why am I not upset?
Damn, I didn't think you was gonna ask me that. Dude, I don't know.
Terrible. I'm offended. I am offended.
Did y'all even have dinner all week?
Yesterday we didn't. I had to take care of something yesterday, but other than that, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
But it wouldn't matter because you weren't gonna be there anyway. So, you know, if we did or didn't, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what's going on. That's what's happening in these YouTube streets right now.
Wow. You treat me like Maria. God damn. Is this a breakup person?
It ain't never been. You broke up with us. What you talking about? You broke up with us. You relegated. You were still with us. You start talking to somebody else, and then just slowly, you know, the calls stopped coming in, the text stopped coming in. You know, it was just like, hey, you know, where you at? And then, you know, we go outside and we see you're in the car on your phone with another group, and we're just like, wow, can't believe that. Can't believe that this has happened. Yeah, so that's very unfortunate. But you know, you got to do what makes you happy. So I'm giving you a hard time, but you know, I can't force you to do nothing. Still.
Well, I can't get back in that, so I don't know what to do.
What kind of group was it?
It was a group of sisters. A group of black sisters.
Terrible. Uh-oh. What was that?
I tried to hold it in, but...
You know, like everybody's eyes get big when you cough. You can't go out in public and cough no more. And so niggas will beat you down with a wiffle bat. It is a bad look. Okay.
You right about that. Every time you cough, people look at you crazy.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my paperwork. I still ain't got it. It must take a long time for a lawsuit to get from Canada to America. You know, I guess they deliver. They must deliver it by like Canadian Mountie, so they probably like got to ride the horse all the way down. So if they probably to get from from Canada to Texas, it's gonna take a minute, and then she got to hit all y'all up too.
She don't even know where to send it.
Let's do a little skip tracing. Terrible.
It'll be all right.
Oh man.
It'll be okay.
You could have Texan elite work furlough prevent Texans. There's nothing elite about the Texans right now, other than the potential of Deshaun Watson. There's nothing else good going on with the Texans right now. I don't even want to talk about them. So there's that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's canceled. Everything canceled.
Yes, everything's canceled. You know what's not canceled?
What's that?
Pornhub. Pornhub and the OnlyFans are booming. Right? You got an OnlyFans? Why not?
You got one?
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take yours out then.
All right, that's a bet. It ain't it ain't got nothing on it. But I'm serious, what I was supposed to do when I was going. Because what I was gonna do the ladies on. Because that's what I was gonna do the ladies then on the OnlyFans, so that way it would be fair and square.
Do you know what OnlyFans is for?
OnlyFans is for creators, sometimes fitness professionals, sometimes dance tutors, and there are a lot of porn stars on there. So yeah.
I thought it was for nudity.
Yeah, I mean they allow it.
I thought that's what the main purpose was.
No, they allow it. But I mean they promote it because this was making them a bunch of money. So they definitely they said over the month of March that 3.5 million people signed up for OnlyFans and 60,000 of them are new creators. Dang. So like people on there to blow money. So
yeah, I heard a lot of YouTubers getting on there.
Yeah, people wilding out.
To make some extra money.
Yeah, I tried to get on it, but they messed like something about my account when I was filling out. It got like messed up. So my what is it called? Because I'm a junior, so I put that on there so that that ended up being the last name part of it. So it's like for some reason it wouldn't connect my account properly. It was like stuck, and they didn't know how to fix the shit. And I wrote to the customer service people a few times, and I just said fuck it, so I wasn't finna deal with it. But I mean,
if ain't no nudity on your OnlyFans, I want a refund.
No, you get a refund if you ain't signed up yet.
I'm gonna go check it out, but I want a refund. I'm gonna do it now.
Okay. Well, I look. Since I done got out, I done been eating a lot, so you guys have to give me like another month. I'm putting in the work this month to get back right. And then we'll start the OnlyFans in May.
Man, you've been telling us, me and Sarah, you gonna have a calendar. You've been telling us all kinds of shit.
All of that was all in the works. It was all in the works. But as I
it's been in the works for forever.
But as I got back, into the world, some of the plans got
you've been out long enough.
Yeah,
You've been out long enough.
But yeah, but as soon as I got out, all the coronas came in, and the corona started fucking everything up.
Yeah.
So, it was
that
like,
means you got more time to do what you got to do in the house.
But I can't manually print the calendars up myself. I gotta. It takes teamwork to make all these things happen. But it's coming. It's gonna be there eventually.
Yeah, eventually, a whole nother year.
No, it won't be that long. Hopefully by summertime when the corona madness blows over, Then
when summertime comes, you're gonna say it's gonna be in the fall. We know how you do, how you operate.
Well, what? No, these are false accusations. These are all false accusations against my
character.
No,
it's the truth. It's the truth. You still got the 10-minute rule in effect?
Yeah, but since you ain't been here in a minute, I was giving you a little leeway because who knows when we're going to hear from you again. So I was giving you
wow.
a little,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, people's ask, where Miss Rashida? Where Rashida been? Where's she? And then find out you over there fornicating with a whole different group. I can't believe, cracking jokes with them, telling them all the funny stories and stuff. Cause I'm trying to let you know. You make your OnlyFans.
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat. Yes, Rashida, the hot calendar, romantic face, starstruck, fire engine, ambulance, police car, costumes.
Oh shit. Cause my thing is this, right? My thing is this. Yeah, the firemen look like the goddamn village people. 2, 3, 4, 5. And my thing is just, why if you're gonna be in the house and you're not gonna go outside, make some extra change. You might be a #1 creator on there, and you.
I'm gonna see what you do first.
No, they don't want to see me. They gonna be like, no.
See, I can't see somebody else to do something you do.
Man, I'm just trying to plug y'all in. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, right now,
don't plug me in. You plug me out.
I've been working on some stuff, so I ain't got time to really put the proper content up. So but when the time is right, I got y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna drop that hot fire like Dollar.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me? All right. Well, I'll prove it.
Yeah, prove it.
Give me about a month thinking of a master plan while I smoke this blunt. Well, ain't no blunt, but I got the master plan. Like Jeezy. Okay. Yeah. And so, but here's the thing. I'm about to get, well, not finna wind it down, but I'm gonna bring our little conversation to a hiatus here. But Miss Rashida, even though you left us, it is wonderful to hear from you. I'm glad that you came back to us, even if it's only temporary. It is good to hear from you and know that you are corona-free and doing well. Just hold down the fort.
What time you getting off tonight?
In 22 minutes.
Oh, okay.
At midnight, 2 hours.
What time did you start?
At not even at 11. So at 9.
Oh, you started at 9.
Yes,
oh, okay.
I'm gonna try to get back consistent.
Did he really start at 9, y'all? I don't believe that.
I was a 9 on the dot ski, or at least the stream
I
started
don't believe
at 9 on the dot ski. I was about 2-3 minutes after. About 2 minutes after that.
Of course, every time.
Well, I wanted to let the music play. No.
I think you started at 9:30.
No, not tonight. Probably every other day this week, but not tonight. Next year there's probably a couple of 10 o'clock nights too. So, and this will be this. All right, cool. All right.
Well, you have any more questions before I wind my own call down? Because I don't like for you to try to call down.
Debo, I tell you. No, ma'am, I don't have any other further questions, Your Honor.
Oh, are you sure I discussed everything I need to discuss?
As far as I know.
Because I ain't called him back tonight.
You ain't called him back tonight?
No.
Okay. I'll be expecting your call. We'll be back live. We might do something Sunday night, but more than likely Monday. So I'm going to be expecting a call Monday to hear from you.
Oh, ain't no weekend then?
Yeah, I've been minimizing the weekend ends to take advantage of the weekends. But if something pops up, then we will definitely. It may be a special event.
But you didn't do one Thursday, right? So you owe the people a weekend then.
Well, and that's why I say since I didn't do one Thursday, I may give the people. I might have to give Mixer Crew some love for the Thursday absentee.
Mixer Crew. Oh, you back on Mixer Crew? I thought you gave it up.
No, I hadn't done the Mixer Crew in a while, but like I say, I'm gonna see how things fall here in a few. And
have you been practicing?
Nah, I'm terrible. But it's not about being good. At the game.
No offense, you're not very good at the games you be playing.
This is terrible. You know, I'm highly offended. See, I just been playing the wrong game. See, now if I get on that, I don't even know if it's still a
That's
thing.
all of them, though.
No, if I play Dead by Daylight, I'm cold at Dead by Daylight. All the rest of
I
everything,
don't know what the name of them games is, but you don't be
everything
doing
else is
this.
sketchy. Everything else is sketchy. All right, I will admit, but Dead by Daylight, I get it in on Dead.
They be really, your people be jumping on you. They be getting you.
Yeah, see, I be
I'm just saying.
because I be so distracted by the wonderful conversation within the chat that
No, you don't even be talking in the chat. You just be getting killed by them people in the game.
this is terrible. This is fake news.
It's not fake. Everybody that be in the thing knows.
This is fake news. I don't believe any of these things.
The
that are being
next
said.
people know. Brandon gonna laugh for you though.
What?
Oh no, Hunter, he's the best. He's the greatest. He gets all the high scores. Go on laugh for him, Brandon.
That's terrible. Brandon will never lie. Brandon is always honest. He is the stenographer. He keeps accurate records of everything that has taken place. And so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm going to let you go now.
All right, okay. Well, Miss Rashida, like I said, it is good to hear from you. And I will be expecting to hear from you Monday. I don't know what we talk about. I do know what we're talking about. So it's going to be a good conversation Monday. So I definitely will be expecting to hear from you.
Are you sure it's going to be a good
Oh,
conversation?
yeah. It's going to be a good conversation. It's going to be a conversation that we probably should have had about 2 or 3 days from now. But we'll definitely have it on Monday.
Okay. What's so funny? What they typing in the chat?
I'm laughing at Jess here. She said, thank the Mixer crew and Sauce for 25-cent donations. Look at Sauce. Sauce been showing some love the last couple of streams. The Sauce been on it. You know what I'm saying?
You be keeping it real, though, girl. You ain't lying. They ain't keeping the lights on.
Because the Texans are terrible. They're terrible, terrible organization. But, all right, that's the deal. All right, Miss Rashid, like I said, it's good to hear from you, and I'll be talking to you soon.
Oh, you trying to get me off the phone, huh?
What?
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
Mixer
That's
Crew
how
and
you
Sauce
feel,
for
my
0.26 cent
All right,
donations.
I see what's
Smiley
up.
face.
You treat me
Smiley
like a bill
face.
collector.
Oh.
All right.
I don't know. You know, I got to get reacclimated to this relationship because, you know, like I said, you know, you've been off on us, no telling what kind of how you've changed for these other groups. So I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. Oh, you got Brock's gonna feel mad. Oh, boy, what she done to you, Brock? Why you mad?
He say he mad. What he mad for?
I'm not gonna tell you. You have to get in the chat and see Broderick is upset.
He'll be all right. Drink you some tea and go to bed. Go to bed, Broderick.
Terrible. Terrible.
So you always trying to instigate some shit.
I've never instigated anything ever in my life. I would never ever do such a thing. That's not my style. That's not my.
You know what? You want to start telling tales. I know I got to go now.
I've never done such a thing. I mean, I can't even
You
think.
always do such a thing.
I can't think.
Rock past him.
What? No, I throw hands and hide the rocks.
Ooh, All right, I'm gone for real now.
All right, Miss Ashley, it was good to hear from you.
It was nice talking to you. Bye-bye.
All right, have a good evening.
You too. Bye.
All right, bye. I'm trying to think of something. I think we'll take, maybe do like 2 more calls and then we'll wind it down. Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
This is Miss Grace. One last quick little call because I wanted to say something to my little D-Love.
Okay.
Turn this down. Yeah. Okay. I was talking about D-Love to someone. You hear me? Because I thought about it. And D-Love, I just wanted to say to you that I agreed with you 100% in what you were saying. No decent man should ever want to be able to tell a woman to shut up or shut the fuck up. Ever. You know what I mean? And a woman shouldn't talk to a man that way. And any woman that accepts a man telling her to shut up or shut the fuck up, either she's afraid of him, she's one of those subservient, fearful kind of women, or she thinks so less of herself. You mean that she allows it? And I don't think that you would be the type of man to even want a girl like that. The only time a man should tell a woman to shut the fuck up is if you all are hiding behind a tree because there's a serial killer out there trying to get you. Out of desperation, you got to tell her, shut the fuck up, so we don't get killed. That's it. You mean, because I wish somebody would. I think maybe once in my life, you mean, when I was coming up, that one guy did tell me to shut up. You mean, it was on like Donkey Kong. You don't talk to me that way. You mean, my father never told me to shut up or shut the fuck up. Nobody's going to talk to me that way, and especially no man. And D-Love, you were exactly the type of young man that if I had a young daughter, that I'd want you for her, or if I had an older granddaughter. You know, and I just wanted to say that to you. You're a doll. You know, and then my Dakota's like the guys that when I came up in the neighborhood where there was no hanky-panky or anything, they just made us feel very safe and loved and worshipped and respected. Dakota's the type of guy that would, if a kid sat there, the kickstand wasn't working, he wouldn't say, it's not my kid. He would sit there and he would fix it and he would help out. You mean, we had those in the neighborhood, and those kind of men took care of our communities. They took care of children, even if it wasn't money or they just gave a few cents to. You mean, they took care of our children in the community when the fathers were gone. It was guys like Dakota that played a real important role in our communities when I was coming up. You mean, so I wanted to say that to my Dakota also, and that is it. Okay. And that's okay. And I know the other day he slipped up and called me grandmother and he caught himself. I don't mind. You mean, because you all know that if I didn't tell you my age, you might not know, because I know how to play all this off. You know what I mean? I can play it off. I look a kind of way and I can play it off. You know what I mean? But I just rather just put it out there because I'm not ashamed of my age or anything like that there.
Oh, matter of fact, and I'm not going to tell yes, because Miss Grace has a fan. There is a big Miss Grace. I'm not going to put him out there. I'm not going to say who. But I was surprised somebody had inquired within a message about Miss Grace, and I was like, oh.
Really?
Yes. So,
oh, that's cute.
So Miss Grace ain't lying, y'all. So when she say, she can pull it off, y'all better watch yourself.
And you know what? And you know, Honcho, I went 10 years like Belle did. You mean? And then, hey, the guy I went with was 7 years younger than me, but I could deal with him a little bit because his ex-wife was 20 years his senior. So he know how to deal. But let me tell you what. Guess who looked older? Not I, said the cat. Guess whose kneecap was hurting? Not mine. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Because I'll only deal with a man that looks youthful and in good shape and all that other good. He rolled up on me on that jet ski like Batman in the Batmobile. Okay? Yeah, it was sharp. It was sharp. It was a whole different experience, with his British accent. I would like to take you out to tea. Would you let me take you out to tea? And I was just ignoring, and all the other girls were saying, these guys are all around you, and this one here is watching. I wouldn't go to tea with him, and then he said, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to grab a bite for lunch. Would you like to join me? And I still just stood there reading my Aretha Franklin book because I just didn't want to be bothered, because I go on vacation and I don't want to be bothered. It's rare that I do. So that is my story, and I don't like to put too much out there. That's my story. If you girls want to see pictures or anything, or you want to hear what, hit me up on Facebook, girls. Hey, Sweetberry, Belle, check me out. Okay, bye-bye.
Miss Grace, thank you for calling.
Goodbye.
Uh-oh. Culture about to drop the mixtape. And make sure y'all join the Discord, because after all the Den shows are live, we get in the Discord, we have very good conversation. You know what I think? I think I'm gonna do two things in the Discord. I think we need to add two things. I think we need to have like a ladies' room and then like a men's den. So that way when certain topics, fellas don't go in the ladies' room, if we can see that you're in there, and if you gender bending or whatever. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the Den? this evening?
It's Lee. How you doing?
Man, Lee, where you been at, man?
Oh, I've been trying to prepare shit to fight the apocalypse and shit, you know?
Okay. So what's going on, Lee, man? What's on your mind, man? How you feeling about all this stuff that's taking place right now?
Oh, I don't want to get into no conspiracy,
Man, get
but
into
this
it.
shit funny as hell. It seems like we getting pre-Mad Max and shit. Why they let all the criminals out first and shit? So they get them a motherfucking running start to fucking come and get us all on the highway and shit, trying to get toilet paper like some dumbasses.
Yeah, that's craziness. The toilet paper.
I hope everybody working out at their house. They got everybody locked down on punishment and shit. You know, all the crews coming out smooth.
Man.
Even it's not, he probably came out smooth.
Yeah, I don't know. He still, I don't know. I don't know if they, because I seen some pictures, but I don't know if that's any of. That's probably some old shit. And they got him in a safe house somewhere doing the rest of his little time. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happened with that.
Yeah, that's fucked up. He was like a half-ass criminal mastermind and shit, but now that he done got rid of all his henchmen and shit, I think it's gonna be rough for his little cartoon.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, I don't think he got some more well trained. We got the government henchmen now, so he good. He got them people working for him.
He ain't got no government henchmen and shit. He a motherfucking government minion.
Yeah, they got to protect their asset.
Yeah, like, I don't know how protected they are and shit. They don't give two poots about them daggone little reinforcements. Somebody knock them off and shit. They just like, oh well. I went to sleep and took a nap. Like, they didn't even have nobody protect them team.
Well, but you already know what was up with that. Let's say Epstein, Weinstein gonna be next. And that's funny. Everybody got the corona, so they getting out. I even saw something. I think about R. Kelly supposed to be trying to get to get out or some shit like that because of that whole situation. So it's just it's very odd. So like
you ain't know when Epstein got screwed over. It was like, I didn't even know it was black guards. There was a black male and female guard that fell asleep and took a nap.
Yeah.
That shit offended me so damn bad. And shit, why the hell you got, like, making everybody look stupid? Like, and then, like, you find out it was 9 informants around Malcolm X and shit. And then, like, soon as Harvey Weinstein get busted and they give him 23 years, they let the zombie apocalypse loose and shit. Everybody get a Dobo virus and shit. It's like they commenced it. Like, all right, they got rid of Epstein. And Weinstein got gone. Oh Lord, let loose the booger plague and let everybody do it.
But yeah, it's wild. Like I say, it's just I don't know. Like I say, because it's crazy. We talking about the inmate thing, and when all this shit really started, or even when it started here, when it started getting some traction in America, that's when I was still on vacation. And I would see the stuff, and people would be there talking about it. There was a case here, there's a case there, and it's funny now because everybody's talking about oh well he should have done something then, but nobody was really taking it that serious. Like early on, I don't think here in America. I think people knew about it, but it ain't gonna be like it is. It's just a case in Washington or some shit. And now it's kind of like, to me, it's almost like it's full circle now. They trying to let motherfuckers out and everybody panicking, everybody going crazy. Like,
That's weird though. That's weird though. The way that you just said that, just think about the way this broke down. You said that everybody was hearing about it and knew about it, and they had a case about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, but picture this. Bill Gates, what was his main shit he was saying, like, back in 2005 and everything back then? He was saying that we'd end up needing to get some shit to fight viruses, and if a pandemic hit, everybody gets sick. So it sounded like they already pre-planned that they was going to fuck everybody up way back for whatever reason. So if it was already set on doing what they was going to do because they want you to take a vaccine or they want you to go do this or they want you to go do that, you already on the fast track to whatever the hell they want to have happen.
Mm-hmm.
They just looking for a reason and shit for to do it, and they found a reason. You know, because think about this shit, right? If everybody on lockdown and hiding in the house, who we're running in the street?
To the niggas that don't give a shit, that's the only one still out there. Shit. But for the most part, ain't nobody. But you still got some hard heads that just ain't gonna listen. But they gonna find a way. They gonna start doing niggas like they doing in the Philippines. You saw that shit?
Yeah. Yeah, but they part of the fuckery and shit, like, you know. I got some Filipino neighbors, and they ain't worth a poop. And I knew some Filipinos that wasn't worth a poop when I was up in Wisconsin and shit. They was human trafficking and shit, so fuck them and shit. They some bogus motherfuckers and shit. I'm just sick of everybody dudes on some bullshit. You can't be brown looking like me and causing up a fucking ruckus and shit. Like, that's some bullshit.
No.
People, you need to be about to doing some shit you supposed to do and shit instead of showing your whole ass. Not even just half your ass and shit. Like, they showing their whole ass off. Like, for real. Doing shit. But, I think that's about to bite them in the ass. Because if you think about it and shit, what Weinstein and them get arrested for?
Oh, yeah, the sexual situations.
Yeah. Ain't that some shit? Like, remember everybody used to be laughing and shit? Like, saying I was talking some straight bullshit.
Yeah, and I thought about that when you started talking about that. That's why I was wondering, well, where Lee been, man? Because like I say, all this stuff has been going on. And I say, you know what? Lee did, he did make mention of a lot of these things.
The whole world on pause over shit that I was fucking saying. Everybody that was talking shit can kiss my ass. Now, ha ha, y'all on punishment. Nigga, stay in the house. Ha ha. On punishment with the Dobo virus. So white them boogies.
Oh my God. So how concerned are you about getting caught up with the Rona?
I don't give no fuck. I know how to clean out some fucking poison. I done got poison before. Motherfuckers was laughing when I was trying to tell my little stories about shit. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, motherfuckers got me. They poisoned me before. But I'm still here talking shit. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, but I bet you all the rest of them people that was fucking with me, I bet you they ass, if it turns to some weird shit and we get some Mad Max shit going, I'm on wreck shop. I hope they still fall down. You know, I'm gonna kick ass so much and shit. I'm gonna have these two asshole shoes made out of whole asshole people. I'm gonna be walking. They gonna still be alive. I'm gonna just have my feet up their ass. They gonna have to saw my shit off. They gonna look like kangaroos and shit. They gonna have to saw a third leg and shit and stuff. And I'm gonna get my foot so far stuck up their butt. I hope they do all of this shit. I hope all this shit be collapse and shit. They fucking fall around their ear. Then you just go whoop their butt.
So you hoping for anarchy?
No. Real though. It's enough of shit. Like, everybody mad. Like, Tom Hanks got corona. How the hell he get it first?
Well, how he get it and then get to come back to America? Because he got it, supposedly it was in Australia, and then he then flew back to America. Did he have a special plane? Like, was he on a private jet? You know, weren't there risks involved with him? You know what I'm saying?
They should have made you damn president and shit. When Maria was acting the damn fools and shit in the chat, y'all banned that bitch, then let her back to spread no more fucking adobo virus.
Yeah, Maria, you know.
They should have took a clue from your daggone minds and shit.
just lock it down.
Those people, they on boats and shit. And you know what I would have did? I would have got a motherfucking slingshot and just shot tuna cans to them motherfuckers and shit on the boat. And like, fuck you, you just stay on that boat until you clear it up. You know, I'd have a helicopter drop them some fucking some cure-alls and shit. Like, here you go, here's some apple cider vinegar and shit. You drink this shit for like 2 months straight.
Yeah, you got definitely always.
You know?
But see, that's my thing. Like, I do it. It's like I have I won't say a regimen, but it's just certain things I tend to do naturally anyway prior to this whole outcome. You know, I mean, just all kind of shit out there. I ain't worried about necessarily the Ronas, but You know, it is what it is. You know, again, you just never know what
Yeah,
motherfuckers out here coughing and licking toilets and coughing on shit. Some chick licked the toilet too. I hope she get that shit. I hope anybody who's doing that clout chase, I hope they all get through. I hope they get what they asking for.
Hey, but there's stuff you can take though that can help like clear stuff up. Like think about it, cayenne pepper, that's a natural antihistamine.
Word, keep some cayenne.
Yeah, cayenne pepper, natural antihistamine. Put that in your ramen noodles, whatever it is you doing.
Matter of fact, I used something I made. I baked some chicken, and I use a little cayenne. I can't tell y'all the rest of the recipe. Y'all will be trying to steal my world-class chicken recipe, but you know, use just a little hint of cayenne pepper in the recipe. That's all y'all get to know. Well, babe,
The land's supposed to be good for doing something. You know, peppermint oil is supposed to be good for cleaning out something. I was told earlier today. But you know something else that's supposed to be good, they said, is zinc. And believe it or not, some quinine that's in gin and tonic.
Yeah, I heard about the zinc thing. I didn't know.
You know, that little tonic water. So you could get you some tonic water and stuff, everything else. So, you know, so people don't just be saying, Lee just be talking shit, calling up, making jokes, blah, 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 blah. Lee said some good shit, some healthy shit, and people probably like, I don't believe that shit.
You got to be a healthy nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely agree. Well, man, Mr. Lee, sir, we didn't reach the time before we get ready to wind down the show. Man, here's the deal, man. Look, Lee, we can't be having these absences of conversation. You feel me? Because I've been sitting there like, as all some of this stuff has been going on, and I know I was on my little hiatus for a little bit, so I know, you know, it was what it was. But I was just sitting there because when the whole Weinstein thing was going on, I was like, you know, Lee made reference to a lot of these things that were taking place, some of the Epstein shit too, and it's just like, where is Lee at? Where is Lee to comment on some of this shit? Because I would definitely like to follow up. So you know, as we get back to our regularly scheduled program, man, I'm gonna need you to, you know, to be back in a little more regular whenever you can. You know, I don't know what all you got going on, so I can't force you.
I'm sorry about that, but like, you know, I'll just keep my number or whatever. You feel free to call up or whatever if you want to know about certain shit, because I do know a bunch of wild shit, and all the shit that I was saying, it might sound far-fetched, but the shit's true. But I'm feuding with some of the people that say Kim folks, like the Hatfields and McCoys, and I ain't bullshitting, but they pussy though, like, you know what I mean? So that's part of why I'm making that joke about, like, I hope everything collects, because, like, I'm gonna put my foot up their ass and shit if motherfuckers let me. Because, like, some of the shit they did was foul to people I know. So, like, everybody else just finding out about it, but they don't want to believe, even if the whole world is paused. They just told everybody to be on punishment.
Everybody grinding in this bitch. Terrible.
If you still don't believe that motherfuckers is faulty, there's other people that's pissed off, too. Because they done did shit to their families and shit. And also, peep this. You know how many sheriffs and shit didn't the fucking virus?
Yes, a lot of them.
The 5-star Ryan Melly, the rapper that sacrificed his 2 friends,
yeah,
his ass.
He need that shit. That nigga need that shit. Goddamn. Man, they trying to let him out because he got it, man. Fuck all that. Just put him in solitary. He'll be all right.
Yeah, but look at who's getting it. Look at who's dying from it and shit. Because everybody else is just anonymous dying from it. But then look at the names of the people that's passing away. And then tell me if that ain't suspicious. Because some people were saying that some of the people that was doing some of the faulty shit was getting it because they was trying to buy adrenochrome. And they tainted the adrenochrome with the COVID, but a stronger version. So the version that we didn't, since we haven't drank blood or did nothing to nobody, it just a flu. We might get what? Pneumonia. So you can clear that up. They dying. So look at who's dying. And then be suspicious of that. Do a tally of which people are actually passing away from it. That might be more interesting. That might be eye-opening to this.
Yeah, we're going to definitely talk about that. We're gonna have to talk about that. Nah, they ain't gonna put all them ankle braces on them inmates. One, like I say, they are required to go and get that shit and pay for. They not finna track all them motherfuckers. They don't want to track the ones that was, you know, sentenced to ankle monitoring or pre-trial shit. So they not finna track all them inmates. Like they just gonna let them out. You know what I'm saying? The Den
Don't that
Discord.
seem suspicious, though?
That's terrible. There's a furries Discord of the Den. That's awful shit.
But that ain't suspicious to you, though, for them to be released?
Yeah, that's my thing. That's what I say, man. It's real
There's
wild.
supposed to be some property on them.
Yeah, that you just
Because
gonna
they throw a brother under the bus for a weed charge. So why the fuck they letting everybody go like, oh, we're showing you some mercy now that the adobo virus, everybody getting adobo virus, so we're going to let all of the crooks free. That don't even make no sense. They done ruined people's lives over weed charges. And now all of a sudden, oh, we don't want you to get the sniffles. Fuck out of here. What's something fishy going on? I'm sure that's probably they letting loose all they hitmen. They're like, come on, protect us. Bill Gates on protection. I need protection. Get 6ix9ine and his crew back out of jail. They're gonna fucking lynch me. Ah!
That's crazy stuff.
Don't we got a patent for the adobo virus?
Something like that, yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy shit, though. That's wild shit. We're gonna get into it, like I said, yeah, we're gonna have to get into some of the more interesting theories, and I'm gonna definitely dial you up when we do, Mr. Lee. But and it's like I say, it's good to hear from you. I know it's been a minute, so it's good to know that you all well, man. And we're gonna chop it up real soon.
All right. Yeah, be safe out there.
All right, man. You the same.
Everybody else be safe and stuff, and y'all think about trying to get y'all some good quinine tonic water and some zinc, vitamin C.
Yeah, stay with the vitamin
And
C.
try to be healthy. Fight that cold.
Who's that fucking Scotty out there? Okay, that's a beat too. Well, I appreciate it, Mr. Lee, and I'm gonna chop it up with you soon, man.
All right, one. Stay up, man.
All right, you too. Yeah, I had to plug Mr. Lee in there. Now, I know that there are some other folks probably trying to get the calls in and things like that, but it is that time, so I apologize if I missed you. I'm not dissing you, but it is time to call it a wrap for the evening. If you want to continue the conversation, if you want to continue chopping it up with the Den folk, join the Discord. The link is right there. Culture just posted up. Culture, aka the Don of the Discord, just posted a link. Man, it's a great time in the Discord. I'm telling y'all, you definitely jump into it. We get the voice chat active generally after the streams are over with, and I mean the conversations just go all over the place. You get to hear a lot of the Den folk that you may not get to hear regularly. People joining the conversation. You can be in the text chat if you just kind of want to be like Broderick, have an opinion on stuff that nobody sees because you don't say nothing. You just in the damn text chat. You and DeMarkey talking to each other about I don't know what. But you can listen into the voice chat. You can join in on the voice chat. Everybody's welcome. But I thank y'all for being here. I'm going to call it a wrap tonight. Most likely won't see y'all till Monday evening, Monday through Friday. Mixer Crew, if you are in the Discord, I will post something up in there shortly to let y'all know if we're gonna do some mixer action. If not tonight or over the weekend or anything, I'll definitely let y'all know because I haven't given y'all some mixer love in a minute, and y'all can watch me be bad at video games while we talk about random shit. So I appreciate y'all. I thank all of y'all for coming through this evening, man. Whatever you're doing, be cool out there. Don't get the adobo, like Lee say. But hey, y'all got to go home. I'm encourage y'all to come join the mixer conversation. I'll be in there. I mean, the Discord conversation. I'll be in there shortly, not right away, but maybe about 10 or 15 minutes. I'll be in there, and I'm sure some other folks will be in the voice chat. So y'all get that thing jumped off, and I'll catch up with y'all in a bit. With that being said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. It is my honor, my privilege, but most of all, it is my pleasure to get to chop it up with you guys each and every night. Until then, until Monday or whenever.
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat. Honcho and his naughty platinum pictures, eyes, shushing face, hand over mouth, romantic face.
Look, if they get my account right, I'm gonna hook it up. I'm telling y'all, we gonna see. But with that being said, let me get out of here before we get crazy. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Good night.